Is NTPC a good long-term bet? How will the NTPC Green IPO pan out? Will this move benefit shareholders? From fundamentals to competition and opportunities, we will get your stock analyzed. First up, market performance. NTPC shares have risen about 30% in the past 6 months and over 84% in the past year. The upcoming NTPC Green IPO has garnered more attention, with Jefferies projecting a 5 to 11% upside for NTPC shareholders from the potential listing of its renewable subsidiary. Now let's break down the business. Founded in 1975, NTPC is India's largest power generation company with an installed capacity of over 76 gigawatts across 94 power plants. In FY24, it generated 24% of India's total electricity. While primarily focused on thermal power, NTPC has expanded into hydroelectric and solar energy generation. Now, NTPC can not only benefit from India's renewable energy target of 500 gigawatts and hydropower target of 70 gigawatts by 2030, the Ministry of Power will continue to add coal-based capacities in order to meet rising power demand, and this poses well for NTPC. Now, NTPC aims to increase its capacity to over 130 gigawatts by FY32, with more than 60 gigawatts from renewable energy. Currently, about 21 gigawatt of capacity is currently under construction, with 46% coal-based, 11% hydro, and 44% from renewable sources. Now, for NTPC Green, it is a known fact that the demand and order inflow for renewable energy is set to rise. Speaking of NTPC Green Energy, the company plans to raise 10,000 crores through its upcoming IPO. Currently, NTPC Green has an operational capacity of 2.93 gigawatts and 10.98 gigawatts of capacity in the pipeline. The company also aims to install battery storage system in its hybrid contracts and is setting up a green hydrogen hub in Andhra Pradesh. Now, since filing its DRHP, NTPC Green has also signed a joint venture for 10 gigawatt renewable projects and an MOU with the Rajasthan government for projects totaling 25 gigawatts. Now, when it comes to the financials of NTPC, well, revenues and net profits have grown at a 3-year CAGR of 16 and 12%. Its FY24 revenue stood over 1.7 lakh crores and profits stood at over 20,000 crores. Meanwhile, NTPC Green's FY24 revenue stood at 1,963 crores, while profits stood at 345 crores. FY24 EBITDA margins for NTPC stood at 29%, while that for NTPC Green stood at 89%. Now, coming to valuations, well, NTPC is trading at a multi-year high price to earnings ratio of 20.51. However, this is expected to moderate to 19.05 in FY25, indicating earnings growth. While there's a lot going in favor for the companies, there are some key risks as well. For NTPC and NTPC Green, including project execution challenges, securing new orders, and potential changes in government policies, regulations, and tariffs. High competition also poses a significant risk for NTPC Green, particularly given the growing popularity of renewable energy and the energy transition theme. Now, this competitive landscape has already contributed to a declining NTPC Green's market share and bid-win ratio from FY22 to FY24. Now, for NTPC Green, while the price band of IPO has not been stated yet, NDTV Profit calculations suggest that the company could commence a market capitalization of 75,000 crores based on peer comparison. Lastly, the analyst view on NTPC remains largely bullish, with 19 buy calls, 2 hold calls, and 3 sell recommendations, while the 12-month return potential is fairly flat. So what are your views on both the companies and what do you want us to analyze next? Write down to us in the comments below and stay tuned to NDTV Profit for more.